numbers, all of a sudden they disappear.
Game has changed. So leading into that, talking about how the players are nowadays compared to how they were back when you were playing. So what's the biggest difference from when you first started coaching the players to coaching the players now?
It's the difference in the sense that these are young men that are coming into the league. I think the league now is more of a college game, a college atmosphere. Guys are coming into the league now at 18, 19. If you're past 20 years old, you're considered, old in your rookie year. Whereas when we came into the league, we spent 3-4 years. Most of us spent 4 years in college. So we didn't come into the league until we were 21, 22 years old. And you were playing against more men at that time, And now it's just a younger league than it was when we were playing back in the 90s.
Does that hurt an older coach?
Well, I think, for me and, how we grew up, it's considered old school. And, our coaches, they challenged us in a different way than you can challenge players nowadays. You can, back then, just think about Gary's father, Mr. Mean. He had that name of Mr. Mean, and basically he was being a father that wasn't going to be soft raising his kids or his children.
Right.
And coaches pretty much treated you the same way. He was a father, but he was also coaching Gary at that time. And our coaches, they challenged us. They would get in our face. They would, they would get right in your face and call you out. And today you can't really do that with the players. It's a different generation of players. You have to be careful with how you communicate with these players in front of the team, in front of the fans, in front of, in social media. We would call, back in the day, they would call you in and they would talk to you. Now, and they would call you out in front of your teammates and fan base. But now you can't do that. You got to call guys in. It's similar to this. Back in the day, we used to get our behinds tore up.
Absolutely.
Okay? Can I say it? We used to get our ass whooped.
Right.
All right. But in the last, 10, 20 years, you've heard of this thing called timeout. That's how we discipline our kids today.
Right.
And is one right and one wrong? It's just a different generation, a different time in how you parent your kids, how you coach these players. And so me being old school, I have a lot of that in me. If things are not right, if I don't like something, I can get a scowl, I can put a frown on my face, and the tone of my voice will change. You have to be careful of that. And, so, and it's different for Black coaches, and I think Black coaches and white coaches. We as a community, it's like when Black and Black is talking and I'm in your face, it comes across as confrontation. It's just, to society, it's like, look at them. And then if they, a lot of times, you have white coaches that will do the same thing. They'll get in a player's face, and it's called coaching. And it's just, we in society have been kind of programmed to allow certain things to happen, or coaching can be a little different. We tend to listen to and accept that challenge from a white coach, as sometimes we won't accept that same challenge from a Black coach. Yeah, so it is different. There's a number of coaches that I know, and they're very good coaches.
Yeah, that's some bullshit, and that's double standards. That's not cool.
But that's I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example of the stereotype. We were flying one night, and I was coaching. But we were flying, and I forget where we were traveling to, but the flight was really, really bumpy. Really bumpy to the point where once we got down on the ground and they parked that plane, we said our prayers and thank God that we got down on that ground safely. My seat is facing the cockpit, and one of my coaches, his seat is he's facing me. But once the cockpit door opened and a black pilot came,
all hell broke loose.
And a black pilot came out of the cockpit, we dropped our heads like, but it's a stereotype, like what the H are you doing up there?
No, what the hell is this neighbor doing?
You don't see a lot of us. You don't see a lot of us.
Wait, time out. Isn't it funny when shit happened on the radio, on the news, and we were like, damn, we hope it's a white person. But we hate to see us out there acting a damn fool. That's how it is.
You're right. And so it's all of those stereotypes that's going on in the world.
Hey, Coach, let me ask you real quick. How, like when you going into the bubble and the season, everything was so different, you all made the playoffs, you didn't have Sabonis, and you are over 500. Was it a surprise to you when they let you go?
In this game, things happen like that. When we first was going into the bubble, there were a lot of players and coaches and everybody who was unsure if they wanted to restart the season. And when we saw that the NBA was going to get this thing going again, you had to change your focus. You had to refocus, and now getting yourself back in the mode of getting ready to finish the season. And we had a couple players was undecided up until the time that we took off and flew down to Orlando and went into the bubble. We didn't know if there was like two of our players that until that plane closed its doors, we didn't know if they were going to show up. All of our guys showed up. So I'm feeling really confident because at that point, all of our guys were going to be playing, and we were fairly healthy in the sense of all of our guys were going to be in uniform. We had just gotten Victor Oladipo back maybe a month prior to the season shutting down, but he was on the plane. He was going to be active. Domas was on the plane. He went through practices once we got there. He was okay. So I'm feeling confident that we're going to be able to go down here and advance. We knew we were going to either play Philadelphia or Miami because of where we were. And I felt confident that we could beat both of those teams with our guys going down there with a healthy team. A week into the bubble, we're practicing and Domas' foot flares up. And it's like, okay, we think he's going to be able to play through this. It's just he's been off for about 4 months, and you're going to have those types of soft tissue injuries when you first start up again. So